Hey guys, this is Julian from gamerfill.com with a review of Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption is the long-awaited Western shooter from Rockstar. As expected, it plays a lot like Grand Theft Auto in terms of being able to do whatever you want, when you want, how you want, but that's about as far as the comparisons between the two should go. Rockstar has really risen the bar once again for providing players with a unique gaming experience. I honestly have to say that I've never played anything like it due to the game's unique theme and presentation. The game takes place right around the turn of the industrialization era, and thieves, gangs, and bandits are running rampant. You play as John Marston, an ex-gang member himself with both his past and his present intentions shrouded in mystery that unfold as you play. The storyline is actually pretty strong after the beginning dry spell and happens to be very well polished and refined. It can be a little hard to follow at first due to the game's do-whatever-you-want nature, but after you figure out how to continue to the next part of the storyline, things will start flowing much smoother. The game will take you anywhere from 25 to 40 hours to complete, depending on what you do with your time and how fast you do it. Red Dead Redemption is easily one of the most graphically pleasing games I have ever encountered on this generation of systems, and everything from the scenery around you to the detail put into the NPCs, even to the tumbleweeds rolling around town, shows just how much effort the development team had to put into this game. One of the game's graphical aspects that I happen to be blown away by is how well the dialogue matches with both the speaker's mouth but their body language as well. Cutscenes are very frequent and always make you feel like you're actually in the game because of subtle, true-to-life details like eye movements, facial features, and simple gestures.
Come in. You know, you never did tell me how you met that Bill Williamson or what you wanted from him.
No, miss, I did not.
Well, why not, if you don't mind me asking?
I certainly don't mind you asking if you don't mind me not telling. See, it's a complicated and somewhat pathetic tale, and by telling you, not only would I be putting your life in danger, but also threatening the lives of some people that I hold very dear.
Well, I apologize if I seem to be prying.
And I apologize for my reticence. Hope you believe me when I say that it's simply out of respect for you.
These aspects are all too commonly overlooked in modern games, but Rockstar hit the sweet spot with ensuring that every little minuscule detail be as polished as possible. The combat system is rather frustrating at first, but quickly blossoms into a very fun challenge that never gets old or repetitive once you figure out the mechanics. The crosshair is incredibly tiny and tends to blend in with the surroundings, however, this is easily remedied by the Deadeye system. This system is very similar to the reflex system from the Fear series in the sense that it allows you to dramatically slow down time around you and mark your enemies, providing for an awesome way to eliminate a large group of foes before they can even blink. The basics of the combat system are reminiscent to many other games out there due to the game's cover and shoot mentality, but because of the real-world-like aspect of the game, you'll find that any gunfight can go from easy all the way to imminent death before your heart even gets the chance to beat a second time. You'll find a vast array of ways to spend your time in the game. Play poker, play horseshoes, break in new horses, do odd jobs, be on night watch, hunt bounties, skin animals, find and collect new outfits, and even pick flowers. Sometimes you will be forced into a certain situation. For example, you'll be riding into town one minute only to be ambushed by a gang of bandits. There are also some instances where you do have a choice whether or not you want to get involved, such as a man being chased by coyotes, but it's always best to lend a helping hand. Random instances like this happen very frequently and add to the realism of the game. Completing these tasks will increase your honor, fame, and line your wallet simultaneously with cash to spend on items, maps, upgrades, and weapons. Just be sure that you don't do anything immoral or you could end up being chased by the law. Targets aren't easily identifiable either, as you might come across two men with guns chasing down another man only to find out that those two men were cops chasing a criminal. The best piece of advice I can give you is never shoot first, unless you really see something immoral going on. Long story short, use common sense as if you were seeing these situations in real life, and act upon those judgments and gut instincts as you would normally. To be honest, there are so many things you can do and see in the game that this entire video review could be spent talking about them. I've barely scratched the surface here, and the rest is up to you to find on your own by exploring the countryside. As if the game wasn't great enough already, you even have access to an online multiplayer in which you are given a basic weapon and a mount to start, and it's just one big free-for-all along the plains from there. You'll level up by killing other players and doing tasks in the world, rewarding you with new mounts, weapons, characters, and more. However, you're not merely bound to the open plains, as Rockstar was sure to include different playlists like Gang Wars, which is a fancy way to say Team Deathmatch. The multiplayer does take some time to get used to, but it feels like an MMO and an FPS shooter multiplayer experience wrapped inside one great package. Red Dead Redemption has a charm about it that can attract any gamer and keep them playing happily for hours upon hours, and that's why we give it an incredible 9.5 out of 10. So if you're looking for a well-polished, unique, and involving experience unlike anything you've ever played before that will last you up to weeks or months, then don't hesitate any longer and pick up this gunslinging gem today.
You. Get ready for it. Fill your... A perfect win.